No, bro.
My bad. My bad.
That was an L. That was an L.
My bad.
Fuck.
You kicked me out, mate.
Oh, sorry.
Kick out the whole team.
And I was like, why is it just ended the meeting? My bad, everybody. Let me just make sure everyone's back in.
Oh man.
That was bad.
Oh shit. I was on fire. I was on a roll.
Nah, you was. Wait, let's see if we get everyone back.
I'm getting Westy back in, bro. That's grime royalty right there. Need him back in. Can't see me shining, bro. Can't see me shining.
Bro.
Gang.
I like your logo above, man. I like your logo.
Oh, this, I help others up their bag. You like this?
Yeah, man. That's cool. That's cool.
Come on, that's all I do. I just help people run. That's all I'm about. Helping everyone. Mate, it's a good job it's the same link, because that would have been tragic.
Oh, that would have been horrible. Hold on a sec.
It's just not everyone has the initiative to then search for the link again. So it's a bit
Yeah.
Some people think, oh, it's over now.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Mike didn't want to show his portfolio, he's lying.
They're gonna start thinking they're gonna call you Mr. Kappa, bro. You don't want
Lying.
that.
He didn't want to show us. Okay, cool. Right. Yeah, there's no one else. Okay, cool. Right. What I'm gonna do then, I'll let you finish off saying what you were saying. You were talking about Theta, and then I'm ready.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. I'm just talking about Theta real quick. So for those that have been sleeping on Theta, it is now, last time I checked, number 9 in top 10 cryptos. It kind of creeps up there very fast. Now, I'll be honest, I originally thought Theta was going to go through a dip. I don't know if you've seen Mr. Harding, but it shows no sign of going through any dip. Like the TA said, there'll be a dip. Real life showed there has never, ever been a Theta dip. So right now I'm just saying, yo guys, get some Theta, right? Because this is a decentralized video platform that is advised by the co-founders of YouTube, yeah, and one of the co-founders of Twitch. Like, the white paper was so lit that, God forgive me, but I was actually reading it in between like Mr. Harding's class. Like, do you know how in school you like Skype class by texting your friends? Well, I Skyped my financial education classes by reading white papers whilst they talk, and it's a bad habit, but you know, that's what you gotta do in this game. You know what I mean? Like, you spitting game, I'm reading game at the same time. So it's kind of wild.
Detention.
But I've been kind of sorry.
I said you're in detention. You have to give out Bitcoin to someone.
Don't. Oh, bro, could you believe that for the longest time I was giving people 0.0002 Bitcoin for their birthday, and now it's like looking kind of expensive. I'm like, I don't know if I don't want to give you that much anymore.
Yeah.
that used to be so light.
Yeah, you didn't really do the full calculations.
Well, no, because 0.00001 Bitcoin is whatever the price of Bitcoin is. Say if Bitcoin's 31k, then 0.0001 is 31 pounds. Now, when I used to do it, Bitcoin used to be like 13k, 20k, so it used to be light work. Now it's like, yo, that's looking like 80 pounds. It's like a heavy birthday drop. Do you know what I mean? It's someone's birthday every week. Do you know what I mean? I'm not made of Bitcoin.
I hear that. I hear that. Oh yeah, Seb's back now as well. Let me just get.
But yeah, guys, anyone who's creeping on Theta, especially beginners, is very easily accessible on Binance. Again, if you are not on Binance, Mr. Harding, drop your Binance link. Please sign up on Mr. Harding's link, as it will help him. Do you know what I mean? Help yourself, help your family, put your mama on, help feed your future
Yo,
kids.
no lie, I've literally put my mum onto this. Literally. It's that real. All right, cool. So let's thank you ever so much, Ninja, for covering that. Yo, people gotta understand that Ninja's time is very precious. Ninja's out here teaching people like Wiley, and just actually decided to give you game for free. So you gotta understand that this value that we're giving out for free. Yes, we're gonna constantly give out value for free, but we're not gonna give out the same level of value for free as what we're gonna be giving out to people paying big money. However, I am gonna show you my portfolio. So
yo, I keep telling. Do you know what I told my clients today, though?
Say that again.
So I told my clients today, please book in like 10 lessons in advance because the price is really about to go up.
No, they are
very shortly.
Like people think it's
like getting like I'm like whatever your budget is, put it together, yeah, and then book me like 10 weeks in advance because I will honor existing bookings, but in the future, like the price is not going to be the same. Like it's going to be a different per hour rate.
What's your booking price at the moment?
We will talk about that one-on-one.
All right. I fully appreciate what's going on already. So, you know what I mean? I'll go the extra mile, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, really appreciate you guys.
We got Ash back. I think that's everyone that was on the call originally back. Okay, cool. So as you can see, I've organized my portfolio, my trading view like this. I'm going to show you my entry points, my potential entry points on all the things on my watch list. And then what I'm going to do is portfolio as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get everything up like I always do. Boom. Go, boom. Okay, so let's go. So we'll start off with my stock portfolio. So my current stock portfolio looks like this. So the first one that I've got is Square. Now, why did I invest in Square? Just because I love Jack Dorsey as a CEO. I think he's one of the most forward-thinking CEOs that there is. And actually, I've actually also got Square because of their numbers. If you ever get the chance by just going on to hypercharts.co and look at their numbers of their revenue, of their net profit, of the amount of transactions that they actually have on Cash App. And I cannot stress to you enough, just go on Investors Relations, Square on Google, and have a read of their earnings report. If there's ever an earnings report you're going to read Square's. You will just be like, what are these numbers that these guys are doing? Like, it is ridiculous. In fact, just to show you I'm not capping, whilst we're talking, I'm going to just show you that alone. Investors. Now, what's happening is the reason I got Square. Yeah, go on.
Can I just add, like, Cash App in itself is dope. Like, it's so simple, but the UX is just phenomenal. There's a reason why people use Cash App.
Yep, and it's just not big here, but it's big in America, it's big in South America, it's big everywhere apart from in Europe, Cash App. Now, on top of that, Square is allowing people to buy Bitcoin. On top of that, Square actually own Bitcoin. And on top of that, Square provide payment platforms for businesses. So a lot of people are looking for reopening plays. So they're looking for companies that are going to be reopening and having a surge of customers now that people are going to be going back out shopping. Now, when people do go back out shopping, what are they going to use? Are they going to use cash, or are they going to use their cards, or are they going to use their phones? They're probably going to use their phones and their cards. So when they're doing that, what kind of device are they going to pay with? They're probably going to use their phones to pay. So that's the Cash App side. Or they're probably going to be going to a business that's probably got a Square device and paying onto a Square device. So what does that mean for Square's numbers? They're only going to go up. So if they've been going up during the pandemic, whilst everyone's at home, what could they potentially do when everyone's out shopping, if that's their main way of making money? For me, it's just a complete no-brainer when I looked at this here. So again, they've got one of the best looking earnings reports here. So let's just look at the first bit. Highlights. Gross profit up 52% year on year to 804 million. Cash App gross profit up 162% year on year. Adjusted EBITDA up 57% year on year. Like the numbers are dumb. Look at this jump from quarter one here, 2020 to Q4. That is, the numbers are just ridiculous, and people just don't, they're just sleeping on it. And then when we look at the growth in active users of Cash App, look at this. It's crazy. So I really, 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 really recommend people having a read of this financial earnings report. Now, my next one, as you know, is Tesla, just because, oh yeah, so let me just quickly go on Square and show you my take profit points. So as you can see on Square at the moment, let's come off the 4 hours because we need to be looking on weekly. So when we look at Square here now, since the start of 2020, so it's come up, it's finally hit this trend line here. And now when we have calculated my retracement point, it's looking to get back up to at least 309. And then when we go to Yahoo Finance and we have a look at some of the estimates on what Square is going to get up to by some of the top analysts, you'll see that they're all comfortably saying 209. However, I've been in Square since last year, so you can tell it's been a very, very good investment for me if you look at where it was last year. So we're now at 309. My target price for Square is 547. That's my target price for Square. I've worked that out through both fundamental and technical analysis. And then let's have a look at what the big investors are saying. The target price on Square is, they're saying, so we should get the target price on the right-hand side. Here we go. So target price, average is 266, high is 380. But I'm super bullish on Square there, on where I think it can get to. Okay, so next one is Tesla. Why Tesla? Just because it's, again, I love the CEO. Their earnings reports are ridiculous. Again, I think people are absolutely sleeping on this company because they just don't actually understand it. Again, I keep stressing it. People keep looking at Tesla as a car company. Tesla is not a car company. The CEO of the company multiple times in the earnings report has said that Tesla is an energy company and a robot taxi company. They have more full self-driving data, and data is king when it comes to self-driving. They have more self-driving data than all the car industry combined put together. So their self-driving technology is going to be ahead of everyone. Now Tesla are talking about opening up their charging stations to other people, which makes sense as an energy company. And then on top of that, when we go to the investors relations again, and we look through the earnings report, you're going to see information that you won't see anywhere else. So I go through this in my lessons with people, just how to actually read these investors relations reports, find the gems that other people just aren't seeing and that they just don't know about. So yeah, let's have a look at this from Q4. Now, what's really exciting is we're about to get the Q1 earnings reports coming out. So let's just have a quick look at this on Tesla. Come on, load up. Come on. Okay, whilst that's loading up, I'll go to the next one. Next one is actually Apple. The reason I'm invested in Apple, again, look how perfectly this has hit the trend line. Now, believe it or not, Apple for me isn't actually my growth stock. I'm not investing in Apple for growth. I'm actually investing in Apple because I see it as a hedge. So I see it as a backup. If everything else goes down, the one thing that I can rely on to recover itself and to keep my money safe is Apple. Just because when we go to the all-time on Apple, this is Apple since 2006. Look at that. Up and to the right. It doesn't really dip that much. And when it does, it only dips by 10 to 12% and then recovers by about 150%. Then my other hedge is actually Microsoft, because again, when we look at it since 1993, it's going up and to the right. Like it's a good way of, it's a good safety bet. So this isn't my actual risk play. Apple and Microsoft are actually my hedges. So a lot of people are going for things like McDonald's and so on and so forth, and Coca-Cola and airlines and stuff as their safety plays. But I personally think, show me the world without Apple. Show me the world without Microsoft. It can't work. Like, the world cannot work without Microsoft. So therefore, Microsoft has to always go up, because especially now we're moving into this Web 3.0, that's even more money for Microsoft, because most of these programs, most of these apps, most of this crypto is built on Windows. It's not built on Apple. It's built on Windows. It's built on JavaScript. So it's the foundation for everything online. If you think of internet, it's built on code. What is that code built on? 9 times out of 10. And not just Europe, worldwide. In China, what do they use to build their websites? What do they use to do their word processing? What do they use to make their spreadsheets? Every hospital, bank, everything that's going to be uploading data to the blockchain, what is it on currently? Microsoft computers, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Publisher, you name it. So yeah, just back to the Tesla point here. The bit that everyone's sleeping on is this right here. So when we look at this, automotive revenues up 202%, net income attributable to common stockholders and general accounting practices up 157% year on year. Then if we keep going down, let me show you the bit that nobody's noticing, is this bit here. So when we look at the Model S, Model X production, the Model X production is down 10%. The Model Y production is actually up 88%. Now check this. Look at solar deployed, up 59%. Look at storage deployed, up 199%. They are an energy company. You show me an energy company that is up 199% in either their energy deployed or their storage. Storage at supercharger stations and supercharger connectors up 45%. Everyone's thinking it's a car company, but meanwhile they're doing this. Now this is the scary bit. The numbers that Tesla are currently producing, let's look at how many factories they've got versus how many factories they're actually producing from. So currently they've got 4 factories, right? And from those 4 factories, only one of those factories produces all of the cars. And they've got 4 and another one to be announced, which will probably be India. Now, the numbers, again, the numbers they're doing are basically them with one arm tied behind their back. They're not even using all of their factories. They're not, it's ridiculous. So again, people are sleeping on that one. Next, ARK, ARK is ARK. So ARK is my index. So ARK is obviously an ETF, but I treat ARK like investing in the NASDAQ. So instead of investing in the S&P, or instead of investing in the FTSE, I just do NASDAQ. Again, I just do ARK. Again, I'll just show you the quick comparison. So I'm gonna go S&P. Why is it not wanting me to show you? Okay, we'll do it here. FTSE. Oh, actually, I don't even need to do it there. I can do it in TradingView here. I can do it here. Okay, so let's go compare. And we'll compare the FTSE to ARK. You tell me where you'd rather invest.
The ARK, baby.
So this is the FTSE's performance since 2015. This is ARK's. Now, again, the next best to that would be, let's say, the NASDAQ. Let's go S&P to just keep it fair, because most people are investing in the S&P because that's what they're told to do. Is you just invest in the S&P and you dollar cost average, which is put in a certain amount every single month. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. But when we actually look at it and compare it to investing in ARK, so that's the S&P, the blue one, which is great. Over since 2015, you would have got a 92% return, but I'd rather have a 444% return, me personally. And then when we compare that to the NASDAQ, which is the next best thing, because NASDAQ, yeah, it's great that it's tech, which is here 249%, so it just blows the FTSE out the window. Yes, it's all tech, but so's ARK. And on top of that, ARK is internationally diversified. So it's got investments in China like Baidu. It's got investments in biotech like CRISPR. So it just gives you the coverage to everything and anything that is disruptive. The world that we're in right now, the only things that are going to survive are tech-based, disruptive tech. So that's my hedge play there. Now, in terms of my risky investments, Beyond Meat is my risky investment, believe it or not. That for me is risk. So let's reduce this to the 5 years. And again, we can see that's come down perfectly. It's just perfectly hit the 72 moving average. Let's get rid of the 3 white soldiers on here. Cool. So we can see that's hit the moving average perfectly. I've been watching this for ages. Again, they're fundamentals people are sleeping on. Let's just quickly pull them up on hypercharts so you can see. Plus, on top of that, they've got their new partnership with McDonald's and Costco. So currently, previously, they were in 30 Costco's around America. They've now upped that to over 500 Costco's. You do the maths when you see these earnings and what you think might happen when you multiply the amount of stores that you're in. And again, do your own research on how many stores they're in and how many stores they're going to be in, and just do the maths. Okay, so let's have a look. Quick look at the financials. So revenue segments. So again, they're opening restaurants and they've got a retail side. But look at this. Look at this revenue. Booming. Look at this net. So they weren't in profit. This is the first time they made profit was, let's do this yearly instead of quarterly. You get a bit of a better idea. So we can see revenue flying, jumped from 87 million up to 406 million in a 2-year window. Now, yes, their debt went from 12 million to 52 million, but can they cover that debt? Yes, they can. They are laughing when it comes to the amount of cash on hand that they've got. So am I worried about that? No, not at all. Now, in terms of, am I getting a bargain here? Yes, because I'm getting it at 50% off from their all-time high. Do I think that Beyond Meat can get back to its all-time high and double my money? Of course I do. So do I think it can get beyond that and go beyond $90 and get to maybe $300, $400? Yes, I do. Next is AMD. Again, great investors report to read there. Look at this beautiful support line that we've got here. Look at this perfect touch off the trend line. This is just literally ready to blow. Again, if you look at the earnings report, it's peng as hell. So there's that one. Curiosity Stream is my newest one, which is my low price investment that I've got into, just as kind of a risky one. So Curiosity Stream at the moment was at a perfect low. I got in it here, went below the price that I wanted to. So I got in at, I think it was around $35 or 22. Let's just go back to regular. Let's get rid of the NASDAQ and the FTSE on here. Just messing around with my charts. Okay. So Curiosity Stream right now is 1280, I think it is. Yeah, 1280 for Curiosity Stream. And we can see this moving average right here, the 200-day moving average, waiting for it to hit there, probably around $10, $12. Do I think it's possible for it to double and go from $12 to 24 if it's the streaming platform that's got over 1,000 documentaries in comparison to Netflix's, I think it's 200 documentaries? Do people want their kids watching documentaries all over the world? Do people watch educational stuff? Do people like David Attenborough? Do people like Discovery Channel? Do people like the History Channel? Do people like information about Bitcoin? Yeah. Do people like watching documentaries about food? Yeah. So now get this on their price. It's $9.99. No, it's $20 for the year. For the year, not in the month. for the year, and they're only in America. So let's say they just start operating outside of America. Could that double their price? Yeah. So my price targets here are to triple, quadruple my money this year on that one. And now the reason I'm looking at NASDAQ is because I've got a call option. So I'm on my rolling fours. This is my first attempt on the rolling fours strategy. You have to book in a session with me if you want to know more about the rolling fours. And I've got a 138 call option on the NASDAQ. So that expires in March. So that will basically 400% my money in 3 months if that works out. So I'm waiting for that to hit here. So it's playing the way that I want it to at the moment. We've got this bit of a wedge happening. So I'm expecting, yes, it's going to touch here, come down, bounce off the trend line, and then move up. So if that works out, boy, I'm laughing there. Okay, so that's those. Any questions on my stock portfolio? No questions on those?
What's the weighting?
The weighting
Between the stocks, yeah.
Oh, so the weighting is 20% ARK.
Yep.
Just because that's what I count as my index. Then Tesla 20%, Square 10%, and then the rest I think is equally split between the others. I know Curiosity Stream has only got 5%. So I've got that written down. I'll have to get my notebook out to get the exact numbers on that for you. But I'll give you that exact info when we're in our next call, Seb. So let's go to crypto portfolio.
Yes, Mr. Harding.
Yo, hi.
What's good, brother? It's Nat. You
What's
good?
good, bro? What's good?
He's not in it. No way. No way he's in it.
Yes, I have to drop by, man. Yo, just a quick one. So far as stocks. So I've been looking at a couple interviews with like whale investors, and a lot of their opinions are for like future, like good buys for future price movement is based on their development of AI technology.
Facts.
So yeah. Sick. So yeah, I just want to know like what you're saying on that, like if any of your choices are based on AI and that kind of movement there.
So let's just go through my picks. Show me one of these companies that isn't related to AI. Square, is it involved in AI? Yep. Tesla, is it involved in AI? Yep. Apple, is it involved in AI? Yep. Microsoft, is it involved in AI? Yep. ARK, the backbone of AI. Beyond Meat, are they using AI to create the best synthetic artificial meat? Yeah. AMD, are they involved in AI? Yeah. Curiosity Stream, are they involved in AI? Yeah.
Great. So when you say you're picking 3 new stocks to get into this week, is that a defining factor? If they're not in AI, what's your thoughts?
I would say if a company is not in AI, it's gonna die.
Man.
That's how raw I am about it.
Like, say that again. That's
if
gay.
your company is not in AI, it is going to die. Just simply because a traditional company can't do the maths the way that AI can. Once you start using Facebook ads and Facebook targeting, and you realize how powerful this AI stuff really is when you're using it as a tool yourself, traditional ways of doing things, you're just like, this is so
facts.
100% agree with that, Mr. Harding, because there's no going back. It's just going. Technology is just forward.
Yeah.
Look at what the pandemic's done as well. It's forced people to go digital.
Yeah. Go online. You can't not if your company isn't in line with tech, number one, it's gonna die. If it isn't in line with AI, it's gonna just be crumbling on the edges. But before you know it, that AI competitor that you have, whether it's Square, whether it's Tesla, is just gonna come and eat your company alive.
Agreed.
You can't compete. So if you're, again, what's Square's advantage with AI? They're using AI for banking. These old banking companies, Square have got more customers than traditional banks like Bank of America and JP Morgan have got in 30 years, they've managed to get the equivalent amount of customers in 2. Like, it's just dumb. Like, like the numbers are just ridiculous. Like, you just can't compete otherwise. So yeah.
What's your time frame? What's your time frame for obviously these companies that are not going down the AI route? Like the time frame of, you know, they're gonna die. Like that's got some kind of
year and a half. This next year, like everyone's talking about, like the big investors like Ray Dalio, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, they're talking about a crash, and everyone thinks it's the tech that's going to crash, but it's not. It's these old companies that are going to die, because the revolution was meant to take 5 years, but it happened in 1 year, which was last year. So now it's like, if you've got no money left to spend on your R&D, which most of these companies don't because they've had to use it to help their company recover through this pandemic, like, where's your money coming from to spend on R&D now? You ain't got it.
Love that.
So it's game, set, and match. It's over. They're literally like, these big tech companies now are just, they're playing chess with these guys. The game's already over, but they're just taking the piss and just taking all their pieces off the board for no reason. That's what's happening, but people can't see it, because if you're not in line with AI, and I cannot stress to you enough to just go, you know what, I'm gonna try and find the video here and I'll put it in the chat, just to make you understand how powerful some of this AI stuff is, and like how ridiculous the processing power is. If you go on YouTube and you type in NVIDIA, so these guys are the leaders in AI. The whole reason we've got the COVID vaccine is because it was created by AI. Like, everything is AI. So if you go on to NVIDIA, and then this here. Okay, so this NVIDIA GeForce playlist. Where is it? Oh, I can't find it now. NVIDIA.
Hey everyone, Evan here. Today we're excited to announce.
Oh, I need to find this for you because it's actually a game changer. NVIDIA event 2020 it was. Here we go. NVIDIA GTC keynote. Like, if you want to see if you're on the right side of the world and where the world's going, even if you don't understand anything that's going on in these videos, each one of them is 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. Longest one is 14 minutes. Basically, NVIDIA are talking about all the different parts of AI that they're involved in. And you can see they're involved in 10 different parts of AI. I cannot stress to you how important it is to take the time out to just have a watch, and then it will put you in a position to kind of understand the world, not that we're going into, that we're already in. NVIDIA aren't talking about things that they've got coming out. They're talking about things that already exist. They're talking about like computers that are operating on a slow speed of 256 terabytes per second. Like, it's dumb.
Jeez.
Like, just a different range of computing that like people just can't really comprehend how far ahead this technology is. Like, if anything, all these companies are not really showing how powerful they are because people be scared. That's the truth.
Mr. Harding, would you say with all this technology, this is why 5G was brought into place, because they need a stronger network to work all of this technology that's coming out now, right?
Yeah, so the importance of 5G is because of the data packets. So what's happening now is everything's bigger. So say, for example, when you're playing games, how much is the average game to download on the PlayStation Network now? 80 gig? 100 gig?
Yeah, it's getting big.
It's getting, and that's now. We all know what happens with consoles. It only gets bigger. Let's say, for
Yep.
example, on your phone, the average phone now is shooting what? 4K. Have you ever seen how much data a 1 minute video in 8K takes up?
Yep, because we got some new 4K cameras at work, and it's just ridiculous the amount of bandwidth it takes up.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Let me just show you. So 8K, 1 minute video. This is 1 minute.
Mad.
8K red core raw 75 amounts to 7.29 terabytes.
Terabyte.
Yeah.
So imagine when people are making TikToks in 8K. Like a phone. So that's the high end range, because there's different types of 8K as well. So this is suggesting it's around 600 megabytes for a 1 minute video, which I don't think is correct, to be honest with you. Yeah, so it's saying 600 megabytes, but from when I've tested the 8K thing, it was a lot more than that. So yeah, you just got to imagine once things start rolling, and just literally us having this call on 8K would be using up probably about 2 terabytes of data in about an hour. That's per person on the call, and there's 15 of us. So you can't do that on 4G. You literally have to use 5G.
Yep.
So that's what it is of why 5G is so important, because the world actually can't move forward on 4G. Like we've hit a gridlock, and this is where 5G crypto go hand in hand, because it allows for the transfer of money to be done faster. It allows for the blockchain to work faster. So that's a perfect segue onto my crypto portfolio. So this is my current crypto portfolio. I'll quickly talk through all of them. So we've got Bitcoin, main hedge. So what are the different colors? The different colors are basically the discount price. So if it's in red, that means it's okay to buy it, but ideally I want it here in this orange zone, because that's basically a 25% off discount. Here is a 50% discount, and here is 75% off. That's the best way of using it. So I've just done that with the fib retracement, but I've just changed the numbers. So that's Bitcoin. ETH, I'm expecting, I'm gonna put my take profits on these. No, I don't take profits on these. No, okay, I need to update my take profits on these. So my take profit on Bitcoin, I know this off the top of my head. My take profit on Bitcoin is 76,000. When it gets up to 76,000, we take 25% off the table and reinvest it into other altcoins. But then as my other altcoins grow, I'm just going to flip them back into Bitcoin. So ETH is currently 1813. I know my take profit on this already is 3,100. So I'm expecting that around here. In fact, let me put that in from now. And again, once it hits my take profit point, I just take between 10 to 20% off the table. Now, Cardano, I kid you not, and I'm glad this is recording right now, I genuinely think in this year alone, Cardano will hit $5 or $6. Or $5 or $6, just off all the
I've been saying this for a while.
Everything that I've been looking at, I think this is the biggest gem that nobody even realizes is a gem, just because of the fundamental research that I've done on the Cardano network and how good it is in comparison to Ethereum. This thing actually blows Ethereum out of the water, but people just don't want to talk about it because they're so heavily invested in the Ethereum network. All the ERC20 tokens are on the Ethereum network, but the Cardano platform, when you actually start doing some digging into Cardano and start looking at their expansion plans of the things that they're planning to do on the Marlow network. So each one of their expansions are called a different name after a different artist. And the things they're planning to do are ridiculous. And also the stuff that they're doing in Africa. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to position themselves to the largest growth markets in the world. And I sent Ninja something about the largest capital cities in the world, Do your research
Oh, yeah, that
into
was a
the
good
largest
research, yeah.
capital cities in the world in the next 10 years, and you will be mind blown at some of the places and how big some of these capital cities are going to have more people in than most countries in Europe. No cap. So like investing in Europe right now isn't as good as investing in one African city in some places, investing in just the Philippines. Like the numbers are just ridiculous. So that's Cardano. Then I've got Swissborg, again, major gem. Right now, this is like $1. Like the fundamentals on this again are crazy. Like the market cap on Swissborg right now is tiny. The amount of users is at 100,000. Imagine
I've been
being in
calling
Coinbase.
The whole of 2021, I told people to get Swissborg coin out. So I told them, but it's not financial advice.
And look where it is now on the chart. Look at it. It's perfect. So like, it just think Swissborg, the way I describe it is, imagine being on Coinbase when there was only 100,000 users.
Wild.
There's now 10
where
million.
can you cop that? Do you have to be on Swissborg?
Yeah, I think you do have to be on Swissborg. You can get it on Coinbase, I think. But yeah, I recommend the Swissborg app. It is just so peng and so easy to use. It is ridiculous.
Hey, sign up to Mr. Harding's link, please. Please don't go down.
Would you say it's worth just making an account just for that? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I would just, again, not financial advice, but I'm just telling all my friends and family, just get a Swissborg account and put £100 in it and leave it. Just leave it. See what happens in 5 years' time, 10 years.
Yo, since that shit came out, yeah, it's 58x, and it's 33x from January 2020 to December 2020. I'm gonna say it again, bars.
Look at this.
Like it's
where
literally
it was.
4 this year,
mad.
Or 3x. Wild.
And it's still only on 100,000 users.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in.
300,000.
So imagine when these guys, Swissborg, start doing what Binance do, and they start launching apps. It's fucked. It's like, I have to swear.
Yo, Swissborg smart chain's coming. Swissborg smart chain's coming. Swissborg blockchain. Like, it's not official, but I predict it.
Like, it's crazy. So the next one is Crow. Again, I think people are sleeping on this just because the amount of, again, if you understand AI and Facebook ads and marketing, these guys are going so hard on their marketing. It is ridiculous. And then their staking options are ridiculous as well. So because of their staking options, the network is solid. Like it makes sense. Like it's very hard for their network to go down because they're locking anyone that's getting onto one of their cards, and now they're doing NFTs as well. Anyone that's getting one of their cards is staking their money in crypto.com for up to six months to a year, I think it is.
So is this another one worth getting as well? Yeah.
I personally live by crypto.com because it's the most, it's what Ripple wants to be. It's what everyone wanted Ripple to be, is crypto.com. And again, you just got to think of the domain name. If you're a newbie and you're searching for crypto, what's gonna happen?
It's coming up straight away.
It's coming up straight away. Like, and it's co-signed by everybody. Let me show you the card.
Can I just put in? Make sure Mr. Harding drop your crypto.com link. This literally has changed the game. Like, this has become social currency. Like, you're now cool if you have one of these. Like, if you have one of these cards, you are in with the cool kids.
So how does that work? Is that
like this? It's very, very simple, my friend. You sell any amount of your crypto into Bitcoin, and then you just top up your card as and when, and then you just sell the Bitcoin. So like it encourages you to spend, and then it gives you cash back in Crow coin. Now, not only can you stake your Crow coin, you can also put your Crow coin in what's called superchargers, right? Imagine a flexible place where you can put your Crow coin and then every day be in with a chance of winning dollars or free Doge or free Bitcoin. Right now, they're doing a free Dogecoin super pool every 30 days for just storing your Crow coin there, right? Every day you have it in the super pool, the more chance you've got of winning big prizes.
And this is
so
the
there's 2
fundamental.
places to put your crypto.
You just got to realize what he's just said. You're being rewarded for for holding your Crow coins. So that makes the
For not
network more
selling.
stable. For not selling, you're being rewarded.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is 8% cashback. Like, you got to really deep how powerful that is. And I'm going to give you a little insider information. This is going to be a key fundamental to part of the VC that I'm setting up, because it's, if you do the maths on an 8% cashback and then you start buying big items, that's, or let me give you the play. If you get 8% cashback and then you start making all your investments off your Crow card,
it's wild. It's wild.
Say no more. And then look at all these partners: Spotify, Netflix, Prime, Expedia.
It's like the new way of writing off your fucking tax with your expenses when you're self-employed.
Yep, they've just got this on lock. Is crow.com. I just can preach about them all day. And again, got in a really good point at the start of this year. I think it was January. Got this one around here. So you can see it's doing very well, very well. It's just come down, hit the midpoint of the Dochan, expecting some amazing things from that. Binance, if you know about Smart Chain, it's a no-brainer. It's just the gas fees on Ethereum are just ridiculous. And I know Nat James is, and
Binance Smart Chain God
is just, if you want to know what about Smart Chain, book a lesson with Nat James and Ninja. And it's just, yeah, it's the future of apps. So Ethereum is really powerful for people building apps on their network, but Binance is just allowing people to do it quicker and easier. So it's going to work. Then we've got BAT. One of the best white papers I've ever read was based around basic attention token. Just once you read this, I cannot stress how important it is to read this white paper, because it gives you information about how powerful some of the AI that is tracking you actually is. So basic attention token is just about the advertising game, and it just shows you all the raw data on how many companies are getting your information, how many times they're selling it on, how many times you're being tracked on, how many different websites, so on and so forth. And it would just blow your mind that there's that much money, that much data, just from us being on this Zoom call, or just from me clicking on this. There's probably just from me clicking on this, there's probably 100 companies bidding to send me an ad just because I've clicked on Tesla. But it's mad. Again, it's all AI. So majorly bullish on BAT. I think this is slept on. I think people
makes sense for a lot of companies, to be fair.
Yeah, I think a lot of companies are gonna have to get involved with BAT if they're getting on this, if they're uploading to the blockchain. So it just makes sense to me on a fundamental basis. Same thing with Polkadot. Their whole initiative is to approach businesses and help businesses to get on the blockchain. That's their whole business model. How does that not work? And again, if you look at their price, hit the 72 moving average just outside of the Dochan, it's already started moving up. Yeah, I think my price target on this is probably about 300, to be honest with you, with Polkadot. I think this could easily be doing.
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think Polkadot is going to be just behind Binance. Whatever Binance does, I think Polkadot will be just behind it in the future.
That's wild. I've always threw out 150, but yeah, if you say 300, that's wild.
Yeah, I think that user interface for businesses is much easier for businesses to use. If you ever just have a play around with Polkadot and just have a dummy run of trying to apply to be on the Polkadot launch. And again, Polkadot got Polkastarter as well. So yeah, there's just too much. And then also with their blockchain, they have an open blockchain. So that means that they can link in with other blockchains. They're not being oh, you're either ETH or you're not ETH. They're just being yo, we want to help businesses come to the blockchain, and we're going to let anyone link in with us and anyone use us.
For real.
I can't see how that loses, to be honest with you. Someone had a question.
Yeah, quick one, guys. Oh, where's the link to book one-on-one with you and Ninja himself? Because I definitely need to get a couple more information down in the brain cell.
If you drop me a message on WhatsApp, you got my number on WhatsApp, right? Yeah. Drop me a message on WhatsApp and we'll get that sorted out for you ASAP.
Lovely.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
Can I just add some information on Polkadot and Cardano that you missed out on?
Yeah, go
on. Actually, let me test Mr. Hardin. What is significant about the CEO of Cardano and who are they?
Isn't he the former? Wasn't he involved in Ripple?
No, he is Charles Hoskinson, who is one of the founders of Ethereum. So Charles Hoskinson is like one of them crypto celebrities. So check him out. Most of the Cardano up-to-date news is not on the Cardano YouTube, but on Charles Hoskinson's personal YouTube. So there's a quick practical plug for you. So make sure you subscribe to Charles Hoskinson on YouTube, as most of the when I'm talking up to date, I'm talking like I've listened to Cardano news live on YouTube before Twitter tweets it. So that's how live you get information on Charles Hoskinson's YouTube. And then Dr. Gavin Wood. Dr. Gavin Wood is one of the co-founders of Ethereum. He was subsequently one of the main CEOs of Polkadot. Always check CEOs.
Jeez.
Oh, it's same. Just like investing in stocks. Always be about your CEOs. Always be about them, because that's your key in it. That's who's running the ship. Like, if you've got a shit CEO, you could have the best product in the world, but shit CEO, nothing's happening.
Facts.
Nothing.
Shit product, baby.
Let me just go back to sharing my screen. Sorry. Okay, so next one was Link. So let's just give you the fundamental understanding of Chainlink, and then just look at the price.
Chainlink, I love Chainlink.
Again, I've done this wrong. This needs to be up here. So just peek the bargain here. Look at where this got down to. 50% off. You think I'm not buying that at 50% off? When Chainlink is their whole thing is linking anything on the internet to the blockchain. Whether that's weather information, whether that's food information, whether that's sports information, linking it to the blockchain.
Yo, let me just add to this, right? Literally, Chainlink's philosophy is to bridge the gap between blockchain technology smart contracts with real world application. That's what their whole ethos is about.
It just makes
sense. Linking blockchain and the real world.
Yeah,
crazy.
My price target on Chainlink, I'm thinking this is going to be at least 250 in the next year and a half, at least minimum.
I agree.
Minimum. Just the more adoption Bitcoin gets, and the more people. Basically, Chainlink's kind of like you have to use it whether you like it or not. Like if you are building anything on the blockchain as a company, you're going to have to use Chainlink. How else are you going to get all your information from your servers across? How are you doing it? They're perfect. They've got everything boxed. Then we've got XLM, otherwise known as Stellar. Again, bargain price. Again, it's turning up at the moment. Basically 50% off on this one. It's moving on up. So Stellar, working with IBM, it's basically they're working on security and safety of transfers, working with a lot of big banks. Do your research on them. Next is Plutus. Again, got in them around January time. They've skyrocketed, then they came back down. So again, look at where this is in comparison to its all-time high. This is in its 25%, 75% off discount price, pretty much. So in the next alt season, I'm expecting this.
Where can you get that?
Plutus, you have to get their app. So the reason I went for Plutus is I'm going for all the companies that are really low market cap and really low price that offer a card, just simply because newbies to the crypto market, that's going to be what they're going to get. If you're new to crypto and you don't really understand what's going on, what are you going to get? You're going to get the thing with the card. You're not going to start messing around with things that you don't understand. What's the easiest thing for anyone to understand is something with a card that gives them cash back. And
Yo, I had no idea about this.
yeah, this is one of my faves. And again, their card and their branding looks peng. It's just everything about them is amazing. So it's a bit also with Plutus, they are the most secure in terms of transferring money because they have I think it's a 2-step authentication or 3-step. So you have to use an additional app to even be able to log into your account. That's how secure these guys are. You can't just put in a code. You have to apply. You have to, every time you log in, you have to use an app that gives you a random code plus a text plus an email to log in. So it's just secure, 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 secure. So these guys, I think, and again, their Facebook ads are really, really good. The marketing they're doing is really, really good. So I think this is, again, a sleeping giant because, again, it's under £1. It's under $1, 0.1. I think this could easily get to $1 easily. So that's an easy 10x on that one. Next, Sia coin. Again, great fundamentals, again, involved in security. Next is Civic. Civic is the security one. Sia coin, I'm so sorry. Sia is the one, my favorite, apart from BitTorrent, is probably my favorite use of the blockchain. So BitTorrent, the reason I'm invested in that is just because when you're trying to explain blockchain to anyone, if you just say BitTorrent, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I've used that. Pirate Bay, yeah, I've used that. Everyone understands it. So are people going to invest in things they understand? Yes. Are people going to be transferring files on the blockchain for the rest of history? Yes. So why not get a piece of it? If there's one piece of blockchain technology that everybody is used and understands, it's probably BitTorrent. So that's why I'm in BitTorrent. Next is Sia coin. Again, when I first found out about this is what really made me understand the true applications of blockchain and that it's not just for currency, that it has really great use cases. So Sia's whole ethos is they've just done something that I can't believe Dropbox hasn't done, which is allowing people to store data. It's basically a cloud system on the blockchain, which just makes sense. Why would you want valuable information? And why would companies want crazy amounts of valuable cloud information on a centralized platform that can get hacked or crash? Why would you do that when you can have it decentralized and on the blockchain? It just makes sense. And then what's even more crazy is the price. It's only at the start, last time I checked, it was $5 for 1 terabyte for the year. Pause. I'm just gonna say that again. $5, 1 terabyte for a year. You could pay for that on accident. I know there's people that got direct debits for more than £5 that they don't even notice. And you ain't getting 1 terabyte off no platform.
That's mad.
Nobody's giving you that. And now with 5G and with everything else, are people going to need larger storage size? Of course they are. Where are you going to get larger storage size from? There's a limited server space on centralized servers. Whereas on blockchain, what's the limit for the server space? It's unlimited. The more people that you add to it. If you really get that, and you really, really get it, again, got in that one in January. So again, done pretty well from that, but it's come down, so I'm a bit annoyed. But I've got trust and faith in that. So I'm in Sia coin for at least the next 50 years. Because again, it's like BitTorrent. I get it. It's here. Like my kids are gonna use this. It just makes sense. Next, Civic, we spoke about that. Next, Uniswap. Again, Uniswap for me is kind of like Actually, it was Ninja that put me on.
Aye.
Ninja gave me my
Mr.
first
Arden,
Uniswap
give
token.
him a Uniswap story, man. Before you even knew what Uniswap was.
I didn't even know what it was, and then Ninja put me onto it. Ninja gave me my first Uniswap token, and I started doing my research into it, and I was like, oh my days. If people want to swap coins, where are they going to go? If the people want to buy a new ERC20, if people want to buy a new, basically an ERC20, where are they going to go? Uniswap.
Uniswap.
The one that I am looking for, but I can't seem to find a coin for, is a MetaMask coin. I'm like, why have these guys not got a coin? Someone please tell me there's a MetaMask coin.
They might do an airdrop, bro, because Uniswap only dropped a coin in September, and anybody who ever used Uniswap got 400 free coins. How wild is that? Now they're like $30 each. So everyone literally got 12 grand for being early adopters of crypto.
Mad. Other one is Hodge Finance. So I got in on that one with my boy Ninja. That again, I'm in it for the next 5 years. Not really bothered about what it's doing now. That's just a long-term one. Next, Engine, because I've got that on Swissborg. It's a gaming token. Do I believe in gaming? Do I game myself? Yep. Then we've got Engine again. Then
You know about that CHZ
Chili's
gaming thing? Yeah.
Chili's, yeah. That's on my watch list, which I'm about to show you, which is hella deep.
Oh yeah, to do with football and that. I got a little bag of that.
Then we've got Kyber Network as well. Phenomenal play, which I got on the Swissborg app. So now you're about to have your socks absolutely blown off. I'm not going to go through all of these because I'm still doing my fundamental research on all of these. You can see my crypto watch list is currently at 128 tokens. I've researched about 60 of them so far. I've got a lot more to go. These are all the tokens I'm researching. So we'll just quickly spit a couple of these off. Oh, actually, shame, I lied. There's another two that I'm actually in. I finally eventually got into OMI. It took me forever to actually get this coin. Let me show you why I've got into OMI. As you know, I'm big on the NFTs. VV is probably my favorite NFT platform because they've got collabs with DC, Star Trek, Ghostbusters, Cartoon Network, everyone. And they also offer a virtual showroom, which allows you to also take your NFT and put it in AR, which I think if people get it, they'll get it and they'll realize this app is so undervalued. It is crazy.
Is that like using Forza to look at your cars sort of thing?
Yeah. Exactly that. So imagine any NFT that someone gets, and especially licensed ones from people like this. How many people are going to get a T-Rex NFT and pull it in the park? People are going to do that. Are those NFTs going to go viral as memes? Yeah. What's going to happen? Drives more traffic to VV. And then their coin is called OMI. It took me I was trying to get it for about a month. And in that month, it went up 400%. So I was pretty pissed because it took me that long. But again, mad bullish on it. I think where OMI's going to run to at least $100.
Where could you grab that?
So you have to get it on Bitforex. So it took me forever. It's an absolute. Bitforex is so secure. It is unbelievable. Wait, where's the thing that I had to do? I had to take a picture of myself with a fucking. Oh, my girl threw it away. I had to take a picture of myself with my passport with a piece of paper saying Bitforex on my passport like this, upload it to them, and send emails and send text messages. Oh, bro, it was long, so long. But yeah, they're good. Other coin that I've got is NEM, just because it's the #1 coin in Japan. It's got the fastest transaction times. Definitely do your research on that one. What else we got that's on my list? GRT is something I can't believe I haven't got yet. The graph, SNX, eGold, Atom, CTSI. I can't remember which one that one was. DexKit, Ferrum token, Eternity. What else we got on my watch list? Theta, there we go. HBAR, Front, Arve, Solus, AVAX, Mana from Decentraland, which is basically real estate, like VR real estate. So there's a few there. For the rest of those, you'll have to plug me in for a session. And then my stocks watch list. In fact, before we go to that, I'm going to go to my ETFs watch list, because you know I love my ETFs. So ETFs, what are they? Exchange traded funds. So instead of investing in indexes, I recommend ETFs, just because instead of investing in stuff like the S&P, and you only want 10 companies on there because you're only interested in a certain sector, why are you going to have the other 480 companies pulling down your portfolio? It just doesn't make sense. So that's where I think ETFs are the major play. And you've got Moat, that's one for you. Goat, that's one for you. Again, do your research on these, what they are. Hero, absolute bad boy ETF. It's one of my favorites. Not in it yet. Then we've got Hack, which is, and Cyber, which is cybersecurity. Cloud, which is all cloud security, cloud computing. iBuy, which is online retail. SMH, which is basically chips. Robo, which is basically robotics. IAU, which is gold. HDV, which is high dividend stocks. KWT, just because I do business in Q8, I'm looking at the Q8 ETF, because major on the play gem Q8. NASDAQ biotech. MSI China, so this is basically Chinese companies, the top performing Chinese companies. AIA, top 50 performing Asian companies, and you know I love my Asia. Definitely going to do business out there, so I need to look at that. Exponential Technologies ETF. Indonesia ETF, I'm looking at that one for man like Fadlan. EWS Singapore ETF. If you've ever been to Singapore, you also know that is a mad sleeping gem of a country. Shit about to pop off real out there. Global Energy ETF. Poland ETF, because again, my missus is Polish, and I'm going to be doing business out there. Vanek ETF. Biotech ETF again. Retail ETF. Pharmaceuticals. Cool, so that's all of those. I'm just going to take a question and then go to my stocks watch list, which has got 50 in it. Yo. Apart from Plutus, would you also recommend crypto.com debit cards? Yeah, I'm also going to throw my thing in the chat in a sec. So my stock watch list, Assurant, Boeing, just because I think it's a mad bargain price. It's probably the only airline play that I'm interested in, just because if you've done a session with me, you'll see that the US government has shelled over 500 million into them, so they ain't really going anywhere. Bank of America, Salesforce, mad play. CVS, Health Corp, Delta Airlines, Dare, Adams Resources. Boston Beer is probably one of the biggest underlooked assets on the entire market. People just don't know about this. Look at this growth. This has grown more than Tesla, but no one talks about it. There's so many things that are doing 800x, 800%, but no one's talking about them. It's because they're not cool. Again, Discover Financial Services did more than Tesla. No one's talking about it. 800% in a year. Dollar General, Crocs, again, no one's talking about it. Again, almost 700%. I was telling people to get on Crocs all of last year. I was telling people about that one. Vale Mining, they do all the mining for all the lithium. What needs lithium? Electric cars. Look at the growth.
Bro, why did Crocs do so well?
What happened? What's probably happened over the last year that didn't happen before?
Oh, what, people wanted to stay inside and then
Yep.
Right. Crazy.
And plus they went mad hard on their marketing, on their Facebook ads and their Google ads, and then they partnered up with Justin Bieber as well.
Oh no, yeah.
So they're trying to do what Adidas did with Kanye, but with Crocs. But the timing was perfect. Plus the Facebook ads were perfect. So yeah, then I got a couple more on my list there. One to watch out for there is Jemiah, Mercado Libre. Oh my days. Do your research on Mercado Libre. Oh my Lord. MindMed, again, the all the hallucinogenic pharmacy stuff is just ready to blow up. So yeah, again, if you want more of these off my watch list, just drop a message and book in a session with me and Ninja. So just whilst I'm loading up the links or my referral links, I'll just take a couple of questions. I know we've overran a little bit, but yeah, fire away. Any questions, peeps?
How do you cop the ETFs, or where can you grab them?
So ETFs, a lot of them, I get mine on IG.com, but I know IG.com has been an absolute nightmare for people. So other alternative, I've been told you can get a few of them on eToro. Alternatively to that, I know most banks actually let you get them. So Barclays actually let you get quite a lot of ETFs.
Okay.
So sometimes you just have to go to your bank, apply online to get an investment account with them. And then they'll just tell them the ETF that you're after, and then they'll be able to find it in their server somewhere. Because again, most of these banks, guess what they're doing with your money? Flipping it on the market, probably into these ETFs, and then giving you 1% back. So
that bit I know.
So yeah, that's how that's working. So yeah, man, they've got most of them. Cool. Hope that helped. Any other questions? Someone must have a question.
I got too much question to ask now, so when I book a session, we'll go through that.
I like that a lot.
Definitely, and I'm gonna book one with you as well, Ninja. I need to get up to speed.
You know what we can do? Yeah, let's book a conversation between me, you, and Mr. Harding. And then you tell us everything that you want and need, and we'll see who slots into where. So we'll have a three-way conversation, and then we'll see where I can add value, where Mr. Harding can add value, and is best suited.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And what I'll do,
let me tell everyone on this call, yeah, like Mr. Harding and Ninja T education is elite.
Yo, let's get some recommendations from people that have done sessions with us. Who's on here that's done a session with us?
Guys, the only thing I know, guys. Sorry, Ninja. The only thing I know, I need to get on board as quick as possible, because I know probably the next 5-6 months I can't pay you guys to talk to you. So I want to make sure I'm on board now, man.
Listen, in the humblest way possible, you are right.
Yeah, you are.
Like my price is about to skyrocket to £100 an hour. Like it's nowhere near that right now, but it's like, when I get to a point where several people pay me £100 an hour, why would I work for £50 an hour?
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
I personally know the game I give out is ridiculous. Like, I know for a fact, period, the game that I'm giving out is direct from hedge funds, literally from the director of JP Morgan. The game that I'm giving out is worth thousands of pounds.
Mr. Harding, I can agree with that. I know where it all started, or probably you was, but I know where we met first.
Yeah.
And some of the things you're saying right now, I'm like, how did this guy get there? When did he do that? How does he know so much stuff? So I know where it all started when I met you the first day. So I definitely want to get on board before I can't talk to you guys, because I know it's gonna get to that stage.
100, man. Love that.
Sure,
love that.
But listen, we'll always do free events. Oh, let me just plug myself. Starting with this Wednesday, and I've not even advertised it, I'm going to be doing a show called Wednesday Wealth Chops. So it's going to start at 9 p.m. at Wednesdays and close whenever. So closing time could be 11 p.m. or 1 a.m. if the conversation's flowing so well. Every episode, I'll have a co-host. 4 people can be live on Instagram, and it's going to be unlimited back and forth conversations talking about everything, anything to do with making money, side hustles, entrepreneurship, crypto, and stocks. So it's just an open discussion. So everyone feel free to come to that if they want. This Wednesday.
Yeah. All my links are in the chat, including my Cash App. Also, as you know, donations are welcome. I'm going to put that out there just because I don't know many people showing you their portfolios and watch lists out there right now. And I've definitely dropped some mad game there. Also, any donations to my water well are also Very much appreciated. Just putting those
Yep.
in the chat now. I'm gonna sec. So everything's in the chat, guys. Coolios. I'll take one final question. Someone must have one final question.
Hold on, let me take a screenshot of this.
History, my friend.
Yep.
Honestly, like, could we just congratulate everyone who's here tonight? Like,
Yeah, man.
Congratulations for making the decision to attend. Like, I'm absolutely mind blown at the lack of attendance to the show. This show deserves to have 100 attendance minimum every Monday. Like, it's phenomenal the way Mr. Hardy continues to do this.
Nah, it's because it's on. It's because it's going on YouTube. That's why. But not all of this is going on YouTube, so people are sleeping on it.
Yeah, maybe you should stop putting it on YouTube. Patreon only, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Not all of this is.
Too
Why
much free
not let me
content.
send it to everybody? It's making me send it to people individually.
Like, it should be a thing where the event's free. If you want to catch up, you got to pay to catch up.
100.
That's a better model, man. Too many people taking the YouTube thing for granted.
It's true. Now, what I'm gonna start doing is I'm not gonna put the whole episode on YouTube. I'm just gonna put
Cheeky.
little chops of it.
Cheeky, yeah. And if they want to watch the full one, they're gonna subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, man, really appreciate everyone that's tuned in today. Big up to you for taking that time out to learn and to up your financial literacy game, because that's going to make a difference to not only your future, but everyone in your family's future. Literally just investing in one of those coins that are on my watch list, or one of those companies that are on my watch list, can literally change your grandchildren's lives forever. This is no joke. Like, I'm being deadly serious, no cap. Like, a literal £10, £100 in some of these things in 20, 30, 50 years time, 100 years time.
Jeez.
And we've all got that 10, 20, £30 spare. Don't lie to yourself and tell yourself that you don't. You do. If you got Domino's this week or this month, you do.
Yeah, 10 and 25. That's the least. I can really drop a couple, you know, I mean, at least even 5 different stuff. £10, £20 there.
Yeah, man.
And just
that's it.
Go and grow. But as I said, I'm going to give you a WhatsApp text now so we can elaborate on time and availability.
Kevin, you know what? Let's do business right now. Mr. Harding, are you free to jump on a call with me, you, and Kevin right now? Because I'm free.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Business is happening straight afterwards. That's what we call action, guys. Action.
Yep.
Taken up from Kevin's book.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so for the call, lads, I don't know you, Michael, but I dropped you a lot of 5Zs, and I appreciate the knowledge. And I'm probably going to keep up to date with Ninja as well, and keep leveling up the knowledge.
Thursday. Yeah, man.
Bless. Guys, namaste. Love.
Thank you, Mr. Harding. This is my first time, I've been here. I've seen you guys, when we were doing the course, but I wasn't, onto this thing. But today, this is my first time, and I'm really, surprised, when I saw this, all this information.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much.
This is the tip of the iceberg, like I said. All I can say is if this is what I give out for free.
No, absolutely. Whatever the things you are giving us, really, you can't get anything, like this, Yeah, I've been, looking around, but I couldn't find anything. But I think, yeah.
The best way you can. I'm sorry. Did you come through Mr. Harding's social media or mine?
No, Mr. Harding's. Yeah.
Okay, great. Like, literally help everyone by helping yourself, by coming to as many of these Monday sessions as possible, and please invite people.
No, absolutely.
I think these numbers up.
You have got huge bag of information there. I think I would recommend other people as well. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much. Yeah, man, guys, I'm gonna let you guys all bounce because we gotta jump on this call with Kevin real quick.
Absolutely, guys. Yep. It is the same link every week. Don't wait for the link. The link you have in your WhatsApp, forward that to your people. Literally, everyone can do this right now, like as soon as possible. Forward that link to as many people as you know. the actual link, just say it's this link, guys, Monday, 8 p.m. to 9:30. So now every reasonable person has that link, and everybody knows to just click it.
Absolutely.
The link never changes.
No, absolutely.
It's like a TV show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ninja.
So lads, in a
No
bit.
worries, man. See you in a bit. Bye.
Right,
Yeah,
let's
I'll
just
send you out a link in a sec.
Or everyone could just exit the room and then me, you, and Kevin stay here.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
I'm on 2 devices. I'm just jumping off the phone and go on the laptop, okay?
All right, no problem.
Gosh.
No time like the present.
Non-stop, man.
Yeah, can you guys hear me? I'm on the laptop now.
Yes. Kevin, are you going to show yourself? I don't know.